Tomorrow, FanDuel is offering all customers, hey, thanks, FanDuel, 30% PBT. It's a profit boost token. You can use it on their player to catch a pass market for. You were trying to explain this to me, Hamilton. What is this? This is a new one for me.
Yeah, this is a fun one. So you can bet on things like a player to catch a pass on a first drive for either team.
I love to get it over with. I don't have the patience, as you might know, but I like the first. Except even that Sunday, or what I had a. Which game was it that I had a first touchdown guy? And I think it was it Chiefs?
You've had a couple of them this
year. It was a game that nobody scored in like the first quarter. It was, I might have been Rams. No, it wasn't Rams Bills. I don't know what it was. But I like the set it and forget it and get it done on like the first drive kind of vibe. Wait, I really like that one. Can I see that promo one more time? If you haven't never used a profit boost token, it's kind of like when you check out buying something and you put in a promo code and it like applies your 10% off or whatever it is. That is what you do. You basically put together whatever you want. You're not tailing me. You're putting in, let's welcome a little accountability here this holiday season. You can bet on this #1 football player to do it, or whoever you want. Check it out over on FanDuel right now. I'm excited about that one. We're also dabbling on a parlay. We're talking here in the breaks about potentially doing one. Which one did you want to do? Which game?
We were talking about Bills-Lions. I mean, it's hard to find a more fun one than that.
I think we're going to do a parlay. I'm going to try to weasel a PBT of our own. I don't know how much pull I have, but we're thinking of doing a parlay for that one, so keep your eyes peeled over on FanDuel Sportsbook for all of that. For that promo that we're just talking about with the pass catcher, I'm going to go Puka. Just thinking about it right here, I think Puka gets it done. First drive guy, 17 touches last week. He's literally unstoppable. He is a football player. He's averaging 8.5 catches per game over the last 5. So I think they feed him, and I can't believe this game's already freaking tomorrow night.
I'm going to go with George Kittle for the Niners.
Are you?
Yes. I don't think we've talked about enough what the season that he's having because of all the other stuff going on with the Niners. He's having one of the best years of his career, even though he's missed a couple games with injuries. Catching 84% of his targets. He's leading the Niners in receiving. He's got 8 touchdowns. I think Brock's going to look his way and get him the ball early.
How much longer does this Niners team look like this Niners team? Like, I think this is the beginning of the end of it sticking together. Not the beginning of the end of a window, calm down, but there's going to be some big changes.
There are going to be some changes, but I think the window, I'm more positive on their future now after what I've seen this year. I know, like, it's been such a disappointing year, but the draft class that John Lynch put together has been freaking awesome. That whole secondary has been revamped with these young guys. Malik Mustafa has been awesome. Isaac Guerrero, we've seen him step in and have big moments. Dominic Pooney, who we love and that whole team seems to love. They're getting those foundational pieces that you need that they're not having to pay. You know, obviously they got to pay Brock still. They're paying some of these other guys big money. When you get those guys like that, that influx of talent in a draft class, it allows you to stay competitive and stay in contention.
The human part of it's much more fascinating to me. Like, how do you get up the mat of the adversity that you face, the tragedies personally on people on this team this year, in that locker room, beyond the football-y stuff, and then it's like you look at the Jets and talking to Devontae, like you can tell that has had an effect on him.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not comparing those cultures. I'm not comparing those buildings. Calm down. But things can wear on you. This team's super resilient. They've proven it. It's going to. This is what's gone on this year. Is it worse than losing a Super Bowl? Maybe twice. Like, is it how does this new sort of thing affect them? Like, I don't think it'll affect Christian. I think he'll be back out there.
Yeah.
But it's a toughie for me. It's a big toughie for me. I think the Rams roll into the playoffs starting tomorrow night.
But we've seen teams have years like this before, and then bound after a Super Bowl loss, and then the next year they're back to being that team again. And I could see that for the Niners. The injuries have been such a big part of it too. I'm positive about the future for the Niners after this year. I do think they find it again.
Hopefully. We will take a break here. Hopefully we find, again, Deshaun Jackson.